Responding to ubiquitous online marketing by stem cell clinics selling unapproved treatments for everything from achy joints to Alzheimer's, Google has recently announced that it will no longer accept ads for unproven or experimental medical techniques. That includes most stem cell therapy, cellular therapy, and gene therapy. The internet giant said it was taking the step after seeing a rise in bad actors that were trying to take advantage of patients by offering untested, deceptive treatments. Often, Google said in a post explaining the new policy that these treatments can lead to dangerous health outcomes, and we feel they have no place on our platforms. Its new policy will prohibit ads for treatments that have no established biomedical scientific basis. The new position comes as stem cell clinics have grown into a sprawling direct-to-consumer industry. Some clinics have told patients their treatments can help them with ailments such as macular degeneration, ALS, multiple sclerosis, and even degenerative lung diseases. Scientists and medical associations have likened the procedures to modern snake oil and accused the purveyors of preying on the hopes of seriously ill patients. After years of little enforcement, the federal regulators have begun to crack down on the clinics, and the new Google policy will add to the growing scrutiny and pressure, industry experts said. When asked by the Washington Post last December about its policies about advertising by stem cell clinics, Google declined to answer questions about actions against specific companies. In a statement, the company said, "If we find ads that violate our policies, well, we take immediate action," which can include taking down violating ads or suspending an account altogether. At the time, the company said its existing policies already prohibited marketing potentially dangerous or fraudulent health products, a stance some stem cell experts criticized as insufficient. Google's new policy bans advertising for speculative medicines in a much-needed and welcome step to curb the market of unscrupulous medical products. That comes from the president of the International Society for Stem Cell Research, a leading group of scientists that gave Google advice on the policy. The ban will take effect across Google's ad services, including YouTube, and ads that Google helps place on third-party websites. And the ban includes treatments that are rooted in scientific findings and preliminary clinical experiences, but currently have insufficient formal clinical testing to justify widespread use. The new policy, which will take effect in October, was detailed in a blog post by Adrian Biddings, the company's policy advisor. The post said that the digital ads ecosystem can only flourish if it's a place that is safe and trustworthy for the users. Ford is closing in on its self-imposed launch date for its Mustang-inspired electric SUV. The automaker has long said that we'll see the car launch in 2020, which means a debut is likely approaching quickly, perhaps at the 2019 LA Auto Show. Before the big shebang, Ford announced a new campaign that runs parallel with its forthcoming electric vehicle. The company wants to bust a myth or two about electric cars. Ford revealed results from a global survey that showed the majority of drivers still harbor numerous misconceptions about electric vehicles. To help set the record straight, Ford provided a couple videos showing a camouflaged prototype for the Mustang-inspired electric SUV. One focuses on performance, while the other highlights the EV strutting its stuff in the snow. On the performance side of things, the Ford survey showed 90% of Americans and Europeans didn't think quick acceleration is a benefit associated with electric cars. The Blue Oval didn't mince words with where the misconception came from. The first electrified vehicles from numerous automakers were mostly made to comply with regulations. Performance was basically put on the back burner. Not for this upcoming SUV, though. The video shows the Ford performance team in the simulator and then in the real world testing the thing. Judging by the grins on the engineers' faces, the Mustang-inspired SUV is not going to disappoint. The other major takeaway from the survey surrounded operating EVs in the cold and snow. According to the survey, 80% of Americans said that they wouldn't choose an electric car for extreme weather, and 65% wouldn't choose one for all-wheel drive needs. Ford underscored that its first electric vehicle will not only house a large battery to service the needs of long distances, but it will also have smart software to maximize range. Not to mention, the Mustang-inspired EV has been testing in both extreme heat and cold temperatures to see how the battery performs in the real world. How cold? -40 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the first time Ford decided to show off its prototype vehicle for the electric SUV, but we shouldn't read too much into it. Most of the exterior is clearly made from the company's parts bin. Yet the fact that the company is showing the car now does lend credibility to rumors of a teaser or perhaps debut in November. At the IFA 2019 Tech Show in Berlin, Netgear announced the worldwide release of the Orbi Wi-Fi 6 mesh system, as well as a price, and it's shockingly expensive. While we've known that Netgear has been working on a Wi-Fi 6 update for its Orbi system, we now know that it will launch in the coming month, and the price is going to net you back $700. That's around $1,300 in Australia for a router and a satellite system. That's right, $700. It seems if you want the latest Wi-Fi tech in an Orbi system, you're going to have to spend a lot of money. While we're sure the Orbi Wi-Fi 6 kit will be very good, like its predecessor, the $700 asking price is pretty ridiculous. For that incredible price, you're getting the next generation of wireless technology that promises wider coverage and better transfer speeds in an update to its brilliant Orbi mesh routers. Offering speeds and bandwidths that allow 4K and 8K streaming, as well as keeping up with the increasing speeds of broadband internet. The Orbi Wi-Fi 6 tri-band mesh system comes with 4x4 radios, and it supports 2.4 and 5 gigahertz front haul, as well as a 5 gigahertz back haul, which is the wireless network that connects each individual mesh router together to create one large Wi-Fi network to cover your whole house. It's pretty ingenious, actually. It sounds like promising tech, and Netgear states that the Orbi Wi-Fi 6 tri-band mesh system is going to be the first Wi-Fi 6 mesh system on the market. But the question is, will it be worth the money? Sphero knows how to make STEM programming fun, and the company's latest robotics kits are no exception. Kids can find their STEM inspiration through sports using the new soccer-themed robotic kit, which contains a mini robotic ball that looks just like a soccer ball. Sphero also is releasing a comprehensive mini kit with a variety of miniatures that kids can use to create obstacles, courses, games, and a whole lot more. With the price tag under $100, these two robotic kits are bound to be a hit among kids and parents alike. The second mini kit, the Sphero Mini Soccer, comes with the soccer ball-styled shell and a little mini Sphero and cones. Kids can use the Sphero Play and EDU apps to program the ball to move around the cones or knock the cones down. The cones also can be arranged into a makeshift goal, and kids can fire the Sphero into the goal using kick drive and other modes. Each kit includes a single robotic mini ball, 8 cones, and a micro USB cable to charge the ball. Sphero Mini Activity Kits take the company's popular mini ball and bundle it with a series of miniature accessories. The accessories allow kids to create obstacle courses with mazes, tunnels, and of course the cones for the Sphero ball to traverse. The set also includes 15 activity cards to get kids started and an exclusive clear Sphero mini robotic ball with a rechargeable battery that delivers up to 45 minutes of use. Kids can follow the step-by-step STEM projects that work with Sphero Play or Sphero EDU. Once they master the basics, well, then they can use Sphero to develop their own coding skills. They can expand their capabilities using Scratch blocks and eventually JavaScript to control how the mini robot moves and responds to input. The Sphero Mini Soccer Kit will debut first, going on sale starting September 16th at Sphero.com and other select online retailers. It'll cost you about $50 when it debuts. The Sphero Mini Activity Kit will be available starting October 2nd at Sphero.com and other online retailers, and will cost you $80 when it goes on sale this fall.